My tongue obeyed and readily could name whate'er I saw. Thou sun, said I, fair light, and thou enlightened earth, so fresh and gay, ye hills and dales, ye rivers, woods, and plains, and ye that live and move, fair creatures, tell if ye saw how I came thus, how here, not of myself, by some great Maker then, in goodness and in power preeminent. Tell me, how may I know him, how adore, from whom I have, that thus I move and live, and feel that I am happier than I know. While thus I called, and strayed I knew not whither, from where I first drew air, and first beheld this happy light, when, answer none returned, on a green shady bank, profuse of flowers, pensive I sat me down. There gentle sleep first found me, and with soft oppression seized my drowsed sense, untroubled, though I thought I then was passing to my former state insensible, and forthwith to dissolve. When suddenly stood at my head a dream, whose inward apparition gently moved my fancy to believe I yet had being, and lived. One came, methought, of shape divine, and said, Thy mansion wants thee, Adam. Rise, first man, of men innumerable ordained first father. Called by thee, I come thy guide to the garden of bliss, thy seat prepared. So saying, by the hand he took me raised, and over fields and waters, as in air smooth sliding without step, last led me up a woody mountain, whose high top was plain, a circuit wide, enclosed with goodliest trees planted, with walks and bowers, that what I saw of earth before scarce pleasant seemed, each tree loaden with fairest fruit that hung to the eye tempting, stirred in me sudden appetite to pluck and eat, whereat I waked, and found before mine eyes all real, as the dream had lively shadowed. Here had new begun my wandering, had not he, who was my guide up hither, from among the trees appeared, presence divine. Rejoicing, but with awe, in adoration at his feet I fell submiss. He reared me, and whom thou soughtest I am, said mildly, author of all this thou seest above, or round about thee, or beneath. This paradise I give thee, count it thine to till and keep, and of the fruit to eat. Of every tree that in the garden grows, eat freely with glad heart. Fear here no dearth, but of the tree whose operation brings knowledge of good and ill, which I have set the pledge of thy obedience and thy faith, amid the garden by the tree of life. Remember what I warned thee, shun to taste, and shun the bitter consequence. For know, the day thou eatest thereof, my sole command transgressed, inevitably thou shalt die. From that day mortal, in this happy state shalt lose, expelled from thence into a world of woe and sorrow. Sternly he pronounced the rigid interdiction, which resounds yet dreadful in mine ear, though in my choice not to incur. But soon his clear aspect returned, and gracious purpose thus renewed.